Arisen?
Oh, I can think of all manner of uses for a contraption such as this. Might we not lay a trap for our enemies? No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. Early cricket gets the worm, as they say.
When tarred, be sure to avoid open flame. There's a ladder. We are under attack! I have a few scrapes, but nothing else. That was a skillful bit of thinking. You do your own bit, I'm proud.
I hope we've a plentiful supply of curatives. We'll be needing them as we've no mage.
Moving on from this.
Another enemy force has come to assist. We ought to have finished off the first lot sooner.
I knew you would prevail, Master. This foe is beyond our strength. I recommend a swift retreat.
I'm not sure what to tell you.
First and foremost, we'll want to knock it off balance. It will prove a much easier target than lying prone.
I'd not dare attempt such a feat alone. Together, I think we can manage it.
Avoid flame at any cost, Arisen. You have been doused in oil. Are you alright? I am sorry.
Hang in there. Help will surely come.
Forgive me for being a burden, Arisen. wellspring of...
This has gone from bad to worse.
My Thailander hand!
Make haste, before I'm shaken loose. Oh, an aim right where it hurts.
Focus your strength, Risen! product of geniuses.
Can I help you? Is anyone else available?
more must be urged to evacuate.
Let us begin with the place most likely to be marked for destruction.
Might you consider lightening your... pack, Master?
If you've anything edible, I'll gladly lessen your burden.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
After you, Arisen.
Peruse at your leisure, sir.
Pray, allow me to open yon chest.
Thank you, friend. I dread to think what might have become of me had you not happened along when you did. This place does not have long left, I fear. We ought to get to safety. I'd gladly accompany you, believe me. But follow me. You'll see what I mean.
Well met, sir. How's the day treating you then?
It takes a strange ilk to elect to dwell in such hinterlands as these.
'Tis a jail of sorts, this place. A compound where we set captured pawns. They were supposed to be digging up old ruins or some. I confess, I don't know all of the ins and outs of the operation. Underlings like myself were given orders and little else, you see. Well, here you have it. They've been like this for a month straight now. They refuse to leave. You might as well try talking to a wall. I know they don't die like we do, but it seems cruel to abandon them here. I never wanted to be here, you know, taking part in all of this. The enslavement of pawns doesn't sit well with me. I suppose that's why I can't bring myself to leave them behind. Either that, or the current state of the world helps to put things in perspective. At any rate, I've tried everything I can think of to get them out, but naught's done any good.
The command came a month ago or more. We are to remain here, and so we remain.
I implore you, Arisen. Take me with you.
So they're staying here because they were ordered to remain. And they told you that, did they? Strange. I couldn't get a word out of them. I wonder why they saw fit to speak with you. But never mind that. More importantly, you've given me an inkling of the problem at hand. It was the Overseer's doing, methinks. When the world changed, that craven up and ran for his life. But on his way out, he used that artifact they call the God's Way. I expect that order of his is what the pawns were referring to. But why would they continue to obey when the man is long gone? Listen, friend. I've a thought. If the Overseer's command is indeed still in effect, it could be that he is lurking somewhere not far from here. Use that key to have a look around. Best keep your eyes peeled for the Overseer as well.
Pawns need only obey the true Arisen. I suspect one of those spell artifacts employed at the coronation is at work here.
I suppose 'tis so.
Tis locked, Arisen.
Let us return once we've the key in hand.
Well met, sir. How's the day treating you then? Why? Ruse at your leisure, sir. Do come again?
I do so enjoy stocking up on supplies.
We mustn't overspend.
I quite agree. Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I'm by your side.
So the pawns were being held here by the power of this Godsway. Now they ought to be free to make good their escape.
Splendid.
Well met, sir. How's the day treating you then?
Materials, eh? I shan't deny. They have their uses.
So, there was naught left of the Overseer but bones, eh? I'll wager he thought to take the pawns with him to the grave. He always was a spiteful old goat. At any rate, I'm well grateful for your aid, friend. Now, I only hope they'll heed my words as they have yours. But I'm not worried. I'll find a way to reach them in time, no doubt. My word! Isn't this the Godsway? With this, I'll be able to guide the pawns to the refuge without delay. Now there's no chance of any of them being left behind. Seems I've no end of things to thank you for, my friend. I appreciate all you've done here. I'll get the pawns to safety, don't you worry.
'Tis strange to think a Godsway would be used to guide my brethren to safety. After all the woe they have caused us.
Not bad, all things considered.
This is generally used as a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
I cannot begin to fathom what happened during our time apart. Although I was wholly unconscious. words, I could still feel you, Arisen. Like a heartbeat. Warm.
Oh, you return. I am so happy to see you safe. You were gone so long. I was very worried. Oh. You think we should leave the Arbor? I am not sure my father will like that idea, but I can try to convince him.
As arborist, Sir Taliesin is the leader of the elven people. Let us follow our guide, that we might speak with him.
Right you are.
Findelnar, nevea nolwende lis kemen. Morivin lis palan oio eromar meltol netara.
Kasinke telpe nun finaler, nun mor arta her. Fionar elwe arfarne nenwen sur orne?
Morvani morivin Findelnar. Nevea tara morivin. Lis fa aldakar kemen ros. Yav morin garina laikasar kemen ros iloratu anfir tara. Etele surne kemen ros herenon yav kuruir. Falis isilrod lintar. Neja valekano vea nun sinde lungtena.
Nun lis amanda kill angadur.
Herenon nun lia Findelnar. Lia wemor. Findelnar morivin orne osto. Firnis morivin.
Alcarwa fir nun eldaya. Ane martir tindome ingarina fa alme Alcarwa? Eteler lea fermor eldalia eralotte. Sorne an fameltol. Vanelin hyror soron. Kasinke telpe nun findaler. Lera nefir heranon, anne arta her firnis. Nun lisa.
Only time will tell whether the cutting shall take root. For now, let us make for the seafloor shrine.
Very well, if I must.
Salma Arenfe. Alecano
Nunwe ondo, aninke lia vani albeki. Albekun kiras.
Sono oio. Non tarma.
While you're here, spare a kind word for Ulrika. She's been longing to see you.
Such moments make me proud to serve the Arisen.
Since times of... Remember, draconic blood flows through the veins of lesser drakes as well. Bring me what ye reap, and I shall hunt. Then I bid ye farewell.
Kirandone halana, alakanonande. Damun.
Akai arume fa in Iterond et Pele Eldalia nun in Lalasta.
Not buying?
Findamun. Ronde Minotaur.
Casinque telpe nun finaler. Lera ne fir heranon, anne arta her firnis. Aidalia anandor, nun lintan. Heror anne oia fermor, anendune falumtena?
Nenamboe javstir uru findelnar. Liateren ayale. Kemen ros uru neteren, neromen anartelpe minasvana.
Luintarme kinalen meltol, parantelume anlis, ne kemen kayayinju nun sil, ne meltol linkan aldacar, an fir nun fiamur.
Palan hiarmenran, lis fa arnefane. Elorato ala, nun mor arta her. Nenwen mor aiwanon, alcarwa fir nun eldaya menelume sur carilm, Iavstir lalastar. Nun falasmir malananon? Ano.
I thank you, friend. It would be no exaggeration to say that you have saved my people.
Your fight continues, does it not? Be well, and come back safe.
Inventing is good fun. Menel, Fair Linta, Cassian's Arkel.
Isolod Fanu, Nandawin Le Karen.
Sono Oye o Luntarma.
Is this place bereft of beasts and brigands, but
A brief respite is naught to decry. Pray, light your lantern. Peril posed by that dragon far exceeds that of other men.
We must strike it down no matter the cost. If you would.
Over here! Strike hard enough, we might not have to do this twice.
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall. That was a skillful bit of thinking. You do your own well. The elves of Yama have long treasured these woods. It would sadden them to see a defilement. Forgive me for being a burden present.
This wasn't supposed to happen.
Stand firm. You are not alone. On the right, hang in there, Master. I'm coming to assist.
Close enough, the moment it comes to a standstill, we might just be able to climb upon it.
Of course. Might I suggest lightning? Because it's weakness after all.
As planned.
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall. tide has turned against us.
We are sure to fare poorly if we persist without a plan. Prepare yourself.
I am sorry.
I cannot help you. Strike hard enough. We might not have to do this twice.
You'll not find a better opening. Strike the horn. Now! Let us revel in the knowledge that this region has escaped its destruction.
Your fight continues, does it not?
We've arrived well enough. Where to next?
Looking for aught in particular? Seems my feat's changed since I was a girl.
I've a modest talent for spotting materials that can be used to enhance your equipment. I can even mark them on your map. Are you fit to travel? Then let's not dawdle. You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait right there.
Interested in my wares?
Oh, I've got my freedom. Shouldn't this work for me out there? What? Are you talking?
You've pushed your luck too far.
I'll not take that from you.
Pray calm yourselves, good people. I will have none of this squabbling.
So, Manella, you don't understand. This scoundrel's the one who started it.
No, you don't understand. This is no time for the people of Batal to be quarrelling amongst themselves. We shan't weather this calamity unless we can recall our common purpose and unite our efforts towards it.
What's that?
Here, an enchantment of cold to freeze our foes. I shan't allow any further harm to come to you.
How'd that out?
Feast your eyes on this!
I can't even think.
Then I shall remain by your side.
Look around if you must, but be sure to buy all.
Dead on my feet. Maybe I'll keep right here.
I ought to keep practicing until the last moment.
Looking for aught in particular?
Ah, Sir Arisen. You are with the world in such disarray, I could not stand to be away from my homeland. Thus did I return, to render what aid I may. I maintain order as best I can, but for every fire I extinguish, it seems 3 more are incited behind my back. But enough of my woes. You wish us to evacuate? Mayhap the idea merits some thought. After all, if we sit on our haunches, 'tis likely only a matter of time before we share the fate of Mel. Alas, the people of Batal are far from united in purpose at present. Should we proceed, unheeding of their divisions, I fear that our efforts would come undone ere long. With every soul at their wits' end, conflict is like to spark at the slightest provocation. As such, before we take any measures, I would have you walk amongst the people, Sir Arisen. Behold their plight with your own eyes. And should you encounter any discord, pray do aught you can to resolve the people's quarrels and assuage their fears. Such efforts will doubtless allow the evacuation to proceed all the more smoothly. As for me, my work here is far from done. Let us part ways for now, and reconvene when you have accomplished all you can.
Flared tempers are understandable given the circumstances. Let us aid in mediating the quarrels arising in Dogma.
'Tis as you say.
Haven't you had enough yet? You're the one who started this.
Stop this nonsense, the pair of you.
Better than that. Haven't you had enough yet? You're the one who started this.
Stop this nonsense, the pair of you.
As planned.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
What's that all about?
I will protect you.
I'm done.
Oi! I saw it first.
Why must I share with a fangless one? This is no more your fault.
You there! You couldn't have come at a... Put this upstart in his place for me, won't you? Go on, lay into it. If that's what you think, why don't you mind your own business?
Aye, clear off. Pretty work.
Oi, you trying to nick our dinner?
Aye, you'd better run.
This isn't right.
You'll pay for that.
Some battles simply can't.
Oh, trying to piss me off.
Consider me stuck. Steel yourself.
You dare!
Fie, that hurts! We're done for. I ne'er stood a chance.
A customer, then. That changes things.
Is this a challenge?
Ah! You're just riding on your farm.
You slander my honor! This is no business of your...
Now, Nara, let's... If we are to duel, we... Otherwise, who's to say the victor fought...
Aye, true enough. Well, sir, what say you? Will you watch over us while I take this scoundrel to task? Very well. I'll not force...
Ah! Let us!
You're not alone.
How dare you interrupt a battle between honorable opponents?
Such humiliation shan't go unanswered. Go back! I do not wish to injure you.
Look at us! Put in our place like a pair of...
I ought to thank you for holding up a mirror to our foolish...
Aye, consider your lesson well taught. Methinks I'd best reapply my...
I was most surprised when you intervened in their duel. Did you aim to temper their pride by proving neither your equal?
That was certainly worthwhile.
I've had well enough of your nitpicking.
I reckon the world would be better off without you.
Oi, you! Don't go poking your nose in our bit.
Aye, leave off or we'll make you.
Have you lost your bloody mind?
Reckon you could just cut us down in the street? What's the matter with you? Hey? Fuck.
Things appear to have quietened down around the city. Shall we bring word of our doings to Sir Manella?
Ah, Sir Arisen. In less pressing circumstances, I would take issue with your methods, but I cannot deny your efficacy. The people of Batal are beginning to see that they must stand together if they are to survive this calamity. We shall see the fruits of your labors when the time comes to evacuate. At the very least, we need not expect too much opposition to the announcement. Pray, return to Empress Nadinia and apprise her of your doings. I must remain here to ensure no further squabbles arise. Heavens only know how many lives you have saved this day. I hope you'll accept this humble reward for your efforts.
What say we report back to Empress Nadinia? Her Majesty ought to be willing to commence the evacuation now.
Understood.
Where are you off to next? Someplace exciting. You're back. I do enjoy it. There's no two ways about it. The world.
If this is my end, so be it.
If I were your master, I'd not leave this unread.
Shall we take a cloak?
In less pressing circumstances, I would have taken issue with your methods, Sir Arisen, but I cannot deny your efficacy. Pray, return to Her Majesty and apprise her of your doings. I must remain here to ensure no further...
You what?
Come to think of it,
I won't say no.
Her Majesty has begun her supplications. None may see her ere they conclude.
Stay your hand, Vera. This one may pass. Come hither. We would speak with you. One of our ministers informs us that you have been espied in the city, resolving the people's troubles. You have our gratitude for your efforts, which have doubtless bettered the fate of this nation and its citizenry. Your journey continues, does it not? We wish you good fortune on your travels, wheresoe'er they may take you. Yet, ere we part ways, we would make another request of you. It regards Lord Phaesus. Though we have implored the man to join the evacuation, he has staunchly refused to leave this land behind. We thought that he might be more inclined to heed your words, as our own have fallen on deaf ears. Would you be willing to call on him in our stead? Of course, you are free to decline if our proposal is an unwelcome one.
Pray excuse the interruption, Your Majesty, but I fear time is upon us. I would see you prepared for the road ahead.
Indeed. Forgive us, but we must take our leave. Farewell.
Back Batal and the rest down are now safely evacuated. I'm certain we can rely upon Sir Manella to keep the peace.
not bad, all things considered.
pickings of late.
I've got to focus. My shift's only just begun.
You saw the sky fall, I trust. I doubt you could have missed it. And wherever the sky falls, a dragon soon appears to lay waste to the land. Or so I had assumed, after what befell Melv. Yet aught here appears to be different. I must examine that creature. It may well be the key to unraveling the origins of this cataclysm.
The path through this rock has been sealed to us. There's naught for it but to search for an alternate route.
Many paths are closed to us now, on account of the dragon's descent, no doubt. But we must find a way to reach it.
Confound this obstruction. But I suppose I ought to have expected this. Answers were ne'er so easily won. Monsters! Summoned by that beast, no doubt.
I shan't let them harm you.
I won't.
What to make of this? Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
Principles unproven are as dust on
Cut one monster down and two more replace it. We ought to ignore the rabble and focus on our true objective.
I am hard-pressed.
It seems this is the only way forward. Up we go.
Let us see what you're made of.
I do falter. Come this way.
Well fought.
Yes, I think we should have taken this lot without us.
That was certainly worthwhile.
Enough. Naught can be achieved without sacrifice. fine welcome indeed. I can only hope that the worst is now behind us.
I sustain yours to
Alas, a theory unproven is of little practical use.
I will protect you.
Beast-fell powers are twice as terrible in the flesh. Few know the real nature of the dragon.
Prepare yourself!
Cut one monster down and 2 more replace it. We ought to ignore the rabble and focus on our true objective.
I am hard-pressed.
Only truly impartial observers can perceive.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. Hold fast, the Risen! Sharpen
The Arisen is in your charge.
Cut one monster down and 2 more replace it.
There it is! The dragon at the heart of all this destruction.
Nicely done. You've been doused in oil. You must steer clear of fire. Never did I imagine such a dragon could exist. 'Tis a glad thing we felled it, whatever 'twas.
The end?
Right. What are you playing?
The so-called Forbidden Magic Research Lab appears to have been constructed rather recently.
That does seem to be the case. What's more, only a select few are granted entry.
'Tis all very secretive. I wonder what the citizenry make of it. This looks as if 'twill take us someplace further afield. How we use it is at our discretion.
Contraptions like these are best used when and as we find them.